Alright. Check one, check two. Boo boos. Hold on now, everybody. Hey. Oh, yeah. So, hey, everybody, I just wanted to let you know that, Merry Christmas and God bless America. And, I just figure I offend, 49% of you right off the bat. Yeah, when we were kids, we used to watch the little Christmas specials, and we used to watch the Santa Claus specials. We used to do the Pledge of Allegiance in school. I went to school with orange kids, with little black kids, kids with red hair, darker complexion kids, girls. We even had girls that we let in our school. When we were in third, fourth grade, actually the girls were pretty much smarter than us boys. On the playground, we played with the playground standards, baseball, dodgeball, slide down the slide, and then so we all got along. We did the Pledge of Allegiance, which was indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We learned that when we were kids, and so we didn't really think much of it. We learned to play fair. We know that there was some unfair play. Usually somebody was watching over the playground, so we had that authority. Hey, stop pulling so and so's hair, or don't hurt that person by throwing the ball so hard at the feet or whatever. In dodgeball, when the paka and the head fly down. And so it's like that. We've always been raised like that. Be respectful. So that civility, that morality, that neighborliness, that was taught by somebody. I'm not too sure which book has been the basis to that, but I'm gonna just take a guess. There are other storybooks out there. Some storybooks tell their women to cover their faces. Others tell their fathers to give away, 9-year-olds and such. And then other extremities or belief systems in Hollywood and other places, in the depths and the bowels of our basements. They actually have been doing some other stuff that I guess is more satanic in nature, which is basically, hey, America is one of these things. It's like Jesus. He said, hey, if you're not against us, then we're with each other. If we're not against one another. But there is a political movement, some that are being funded actually, to basically push away that level of civility toward one another, so that this new economic plan can be moved in. It's called an economic war, and we're being pushed into this pandering over who's going to be in what gender group and what unicorn political party is going to go ahead and master the Great Deception, and they're being funded in a sense. So we were wondering where's the muscle behind all this, and I guess a lot of these guys have sold out to how. A lot of politicians and locals, business people and other people. We all have done business, so it's kind of like North America being corrupted by beads and trinkets when Whitey came from Europe or whatnot. It's the same thing now in North America. It's a modern day equivalent to being bought out by cheaper goods and stuff that we can't make on our own anymore. So unless you speak how, we need to work this out now. So that's where I'm at. Now, Ask Snooty Guy is basically just a facade. So my opinions, So I've gotten this question, and it was to do with my hippie friends. One in particular, hey, aloha no, you freaking stuck up bastard. How you pretentious, aloof, disinterested, and dismissive bastard. How you, my hippie friend? Alright, how's the estrogen levels? Pretty high there? Yeah, you still licking your wife's boots? Okay, so, anywho, this question goes out to my white Buddhist friends. You say you're a pacifist, or what, a pagan, whatever it is, a bootlicker, but you don't take a stand. See, the thing is, you gotta know your history with Tibet. See, Tibet Now let's just look at modern day Democratic Party. You're looking at the political movement, the demonstration movements being funded by out of country sources. So we're looking at someone from not living in this country funding groups of people that are burning down our cities. So you look at that as being, oh, that's kind of suspicious. Not really suspicious. It's kind of blatant. So you got issues, yeah. We got to look at it like that, yeah. So when we do away with God and country, yeah, then we got issues, yeah. We need to work on that. We gotta work on that. Dear Snooty Guy, what's the issue? You know, and I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand on it. What's the problem with being more environmentally aware, conscientious? What's the problem with setting our economy up on a carbon emission basis? And what's the problem with resetting our agendas here? Well, one of them is microchip technology, corrupting our DNA, disrupting the natural progression in life as far as humanity, as far as us touching and interacting with one another without being thrown into quarantines and so forth. I think that if you look into putting the cowardly in charge of security, when the cowardly get in charge of security, then basically we have Barney and the Unicorn Queens running security for the country. And what happens is we become very insecure. That's why we need a safe place. We need to go run and hide. And that's nowhere to be. We shouldn't be raising our kids in safe places with nowhere to go otherwise, because we need to make our communities safer, and that's the problem. So we need to communicate with one another. When we grew up, our communities were safer because we were all more neighborly and we were all more knowing of one another and aware as to where our kids were. We all were more involved with our children and less involved with the economic necessities of working 2 or 3 jobs or whatnot, what have you. So when we look at that, we got to look at this and say, hey, no, you freaking people who are allowing yourselves to be bought out by how chow wow wow, that's all good. Who's going to be the one to throw the first stone? Because, you know, we're all wearing stuff that's imported from elsewhere. That is essentially the preeminent, right, necessity of world trade, is to bring cultures closer together. Here's my problem with my white friends who are passive. You are passively aggressive because it's not that you're intentionally aggressive, it's that your ignorance by default has made you nothing more than a puddle of emotional dumbness. Okay? You are an aggressive puddle of lashing out, mad at your femininity because you never understood how much femininity you have inside of you. Okay? When you go to the store and buy $16 tofu because the $12 tofu is not good enough for you, that means you're eating too much freaking tofu, you freaking freak. Okay? So I'm going to say this with love. You Buddhist bastards who are white, you hippie, feminine, estrogen-filled, weak, boned, spineless, just traitors in every freaking sense of the word. Traitor to your own male traits. Okay? Is that even, are those even words? Okay? Listen to me. I am small-minded, subjective, narrow-minded, and I'm so obtuse. And that's how you should be. It's called being a man. Okay? So look at it just on a political basis, you dummy. Okay? First of all, China bombed Tibet in the 50s. I think it was 1959. Okay? The Dalai Lama ran into exile and hiding in the Hindu state of India. Okay? Now, you have the Christians, who are predominantly a Christian Air Force in the United States Air Force and military, that is working in cooperation with the Hindu nation of India to protect your Dalai Lama, you weak-ass, boneless, spineless, puss-filled, I can't even freaking finish my sentence, you bobo-head bastard, wanna be freaking lukewarm, spit you out bastards. Okay, so I hope you get a clue. You are championing and rallying behind the Chinese army that freaking that shot and done away with the guy you bend over to, the Dalai Lama. You dummies. You guys are freaking idiots, brah. Yeah, come on, wake up. Come on. What? You dummies. Alright, well, anywho, I hope that you're open for open dialogue, and it's nice to have these discussions and, give and takes. Anywho, I'm not hearing much from you on the side of rationale, so. The way I see it is if Trudeau and the Canadian limp-wristed bastards want to team up with the PLA and have them set up training depots on the North American continent, then you folks have sold out to the devil. The devil is the Chinese mindset that we need to bomb Tibet in the first place. Okay? Who blows the Dalai Lama off the map and destroys the Buddhist temples of Tibet? That's the Chinese. And the Chinese, are the ones backing the Democratic Party. So you are traitors. Did I say that? Traders? Traitors, yeah. Like day traders, night traders. Yeah, that's what I meant. Not traitors like you're going to hang traitors. You're just dumb. Okay? You're traitors. Yeah, you're like traitors. And you're not very successful at it. Okay? Take it from me. I wear overalls. Freaking dummies. Oh, man, you're getting started. I hope that answers your question, you freaking limp-wristed, tofu-eating bastard. Freaking bootlicker. That's what I said. I hope that got through to you in a compassionate and brotherly, I don't want a bro job kind of way, huh? Freaking pigs. Yeah, anyway. Dear snooty guy, there's no biblical, there's no, what do you call that, geological or scientific basis to your claims of biblical followings, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Hey, Benny, freaking guy. Brah, in the 1980s, they have uncovered, and they've been working, a freaking microphone right in my freaking face, brah. Yeah! Oh, okay, anyway, back to this. There's a excavation site. You check it out. Right outside the salt, what do you call it? The Dead Sea. That's right. The Dead Sea, the salty one. Right outside the Dead Sea is an encrusted by sulfur that is so pure that it is not from any known volcanic origin. That from some reason it's encrusted on these column-like building structures right outside the Dead Sea. Could it be Gomorrah? Or Sodom, you dummy? No. Geological freaking... Yeah, because you're too far up someone else's butt crack, that's why. Get out of the butt crack. Freaking take some deep breaths of fresh air, brah. Get your face out of the butt crack. Come back to Earth, you freaking dummy. Oh, blah. Anyway, I'm glad they gave me decaf, brah, because this is too much for me. This freaking microphone in my face. Dear snooty guy, I think you're full of crap most of the time, but I'm going to ask you a real question. Can I get a genuine answer? Freaking hey, I told you at the beginning of the show, it's a facade. Hello, I'm an actor. Actress, however you want to say it. Dear snooty guy, what's the question? These freaking bobo-head bastards, but I tell you what, they make me freaking nuts. Dear snooty guy, really, what is your take on the country, America? And what does the country need to get back on track? Oh, hey, easy peasy, brothers. Hey, easy peasy. First, you stabilize the market. You do this with some heavy reform. You reform the judicial system. You get rid of the freaking bobo heads that have been paid off. You follow the paper trail down to their little bank accounts. You put ankle bracelets on them and ship them off. You hang some of the more, more pivotal players in this, all of this treason stuff, okay? That's what I said, treason. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. We ain't no hippies here, okay? We love hippies, but hippies ain't gonna be hanging nobody because hippies don't have enough energy to even set their wife straight, okay? Let's get back to the freaking point. First thing we do is we hang all the traitors. I don't know if there's 14 of them, 12, 2,000, who knows. Then we get in there and we redo the whole concept of constitutionalism. And with the environmental impacts, we lead the world. with clean technology. We've always led the world with clean technology. Unfortunately, right now, we're fracking the crap out of this country, and that's causing some really crazy earthquakes and the water's destruction, all this stuff, okay? Now, let's just get right back to it. The pipeline incident happened in 2015, okay? That's when the federales sprayed icy cold water on protectors up there Standing Rock. So what I'm saying is, this happened on Pepe Le Pew's watch. Pepe Le Pew, the president, the smooth talker, he was in the presidency at that time. He never intervened. I was watching carefully. That bastard never come down with his Mahu wife and come down and talk about what they was going to do. They never care. They wouldn't go cower and hide. So what we do is we get rid of them guys. Okay? Hey, if you want to go dance green onion, you want to go cocktail waitress, then go do that. But don't think you can run the country too. Nah. You need a business person to run the country. You need the numbers to look right. Because if we fall too behind on the numbers, then how be bombing your church. Okay? Because they don't believe in freedom of religion. Okay? That's why your Christian neighbor is okay if you don't want to come to his church. Usually, they're just okay with it. But if you want to tie your husband or your mate and you want to be in a homosexual relationship and drag your friend through the park on a leash in a sexually exploitive way and suggest that we all should respect that, you can go to hell. And in fact, you probably are on your way. Because that's not only promoting perversity, you're promoting disrespect to your neighbors by doing that. To say the very least of your stupid partner who's willing to be led around by a leash like that, in a parade like that. You folks are sick. And what happens is if we allow for a little perversity, then you folks take it to the extreme and start pedophilia. And that's the problem. You become pedos or promoters of pedos. And if we don't put an end to this right now, then we are not helping. If we cannot come back to normal. Because when we were kids, we were taught respect. That's why we said the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't care what you think, if it was made up or not. And the Constitution itself was not written by a bunch of white guys. It was borrowed. And we were encouraged by the Iroquois Nation to go and look at their 5-Arrow Treaty and base the Constitution on the success of the peace treaty, because the Iroquois Nation were fighting amongst themselves. Okay, that's right. Red on red, brothers. Red on freaking red. So, hey, get back to civility. Who wrote the peace treaty that has been the basis to the best country in the world? The Iroquois Nation. We need to get back to that great spirit, the one God, and get back to civility. Who cares? If you want perversity, if you want to go home and drag your lover around the house and hang him by a leash and use plastic material, whatever you want to do. This country gave you that freedom. But when you started spilling out into the streets and started bringing this into our schools, then you really started something you should not have started. Okay. Oh, dear Snooty Guy. Hey, by the way, thank you very much for the question. I hope that insincere facade of an answer helped you. Okay? Otherwise, freaking man up, brother. Eat a steak, you bastard. Let's see here, but get back to this one right here. This is really good. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. You figured out, you dummies. You figured out. Okay. Oh, good night. Dear Snooty, Guy, you're an idiot. Whitey has always been the problem. And Whitey has written history. Look, if you say Whitey wrote history, then you're basically disrespecting all of the black and colored and people of all different nations and nationalities who are Nobel Peace writing and presidential award winning poets and writers. So bull crap. If you don't know, the Cherokee had a general, General Watte. General Watte led a Cherokee regiment in southern Florida. And he took part in the last battle of the Civil War. He was the last general. And so unless you knew that there was a Cherokee involved in the Civil War on behalf of the Confederacy, then if you destroy that history because it hurts your feelings, what about all of his family and relatives who remember him in that place? And they weren't fighting a warfare to preserve slavery as much as they were fighting to preserve being raped and pillaged by Union soldiers. And you know what? I had relatives on both sides, so no act, bro. I don't give a frick. I had hillbilly dummies on one side, hillbilly dummies on the other side. So I don't give a crap what you talking about. Hey, we floated all the way from Scotland. Okay. We fought our way through North America. Okay. Who gives a crap what you frickers think about us? We still the same guys we always was. We came in, we asked permission from the natives, we intermarried, and we were clans, and we got along with the Cherokee. We got along with the natives. Because you know why? Because they fought each other too, and we fought alongside them, and we fought against them. It just determined what different tribes were in the area, because we was all fighting each other through that time. I don't give a crap what you think. If you Chinese, if you Pake, if you Korean, and you Japanese, and you Filipino, and you Portuguese, and even if you all that in one, I don't care. Who cares? This isn't about that. You freaking people, hey, get a freaking clue. Okay. Oh my God. Dear Snooty Guy, you seem to be on a stupidity roll. What's your problem? You really don't answer the questions. You just kind of beat the issue to a pulp, and then you kind of just regurgitate what you already said earlier. Well, okay. Anyway, what's your point? Well, so my point is, this freaking dummies. I guess it's just kind of stupid, yeah? I try to determine what they're freaking talking about. Hey, what a freaking bubbles. Dear Snooty Guy, my point is the president is an idiot, and why are you even supporting him? Hey, first of all, freaky, you don't know who I voted for, and you know what? First and foremost, you don't even know if I'm registered to vote. And you know what? Secondly, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a crap who you stay. If you think that you're going to go ahead and tell me to eat tofu, and go ahead and listen to what your wife going to tell me to do, no, that's not going to work. Okay? Unless your wife is bigger than me, which is usually the case. And behind the scenes, she can tell me what to do. But in public, no. No. Like I said, life is but a stage. Okay? I don't need your wahine telling me what to do. Okay? First of all, she tell you what to do. She nag you to the point where you come tell me, oh my God, me freaking me, can you help me? Yeah? Then I can help you. But don't tell me, oh, my wife like talk to you. Frick that. Okay? Unless it's something that really is, she's really smarter than me and is business related, yeah. But if she gonna give me hairstyle pointers, I ain't got no hair. If she gonna tell me how to be smarter, that's no chance of that. If she gonna tell me how to clean up, take a bath, probably not gonna work. Okay? If she gonna tell me that I need to clean my toes on a regular basis, no, that's not gonna work. Okay? If she gonna tell me that the armpit stains, you get the picture, right? Whatever she tell me, not gonna work. I don't care. Okay? I move at my pace. Okay? Not your wife's pace. Okay? Now, if she puts a boot in your ass and you come over and bitch at me, then I'm like, oh, brah, really? And you be like, yeah, me. And then we fighting like, now I'm married to you. No, brah. Hey, send me a schedule at the beginning of the week, write down a few things for me to do, and let's just call it a freaking day. Okay? Oh, brah. Yeah, I'm on a rant. I guess, it's been a long day, so, yeah. Oh, wait. This is stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go check out my food. So anyway, you guys malapapon, okay? Take care of yourselves, okay? Don't be crybaby. Don't be crybaby. Okay? If you hate men, don't try to cut your hair and dress like a man. If you hate men, don't act like one. Act like a woman. If you don't like the fact that you got curves and you got rounded boobies and all that, but you want to try to act like a man, that's disgusting to me. Hey, get back to nature. Look in the mirror. Why would you want to be somebody you don't like? Anyway, hey, God bless you guys. Hey, stay cool, huh? Stay cool in the hood. And one more thing, if you really want to do good for your brothers and sisters, get back to Christ. Get back to being neighborly. Understand what it is to be an American. I don't care if you're Korean American, Black American, Chinese American. I don't care what you call yourself. The bottom line is we all call ourselves American. So get back to it. You freaking read your freaking Constitution, you dummies. Okay. Peace out, bastards. Shit, freaking